calls. Now Kevin Love is withdrawing due to a calf injury. If that wasn't enough, Jeremy Grant is currently in quarantine. Reports say Beal and Love will be replaced by Spurs forward Keldon Johnson and veteran big man JaVale McGee. Shout out to JaVale McGee.
Why you laughing?
Bro, JaVale McGee has the most iconic career of all time. He stumbled into...
Stumbled? That ain't right.
He fell. His biggest highlight is falling. So he stumbled into. He stumbled into 3 championships. And now he's going to have to potentially stumble into a medal. Anyway, I digress. Marcellus, is it panic time for Team USA?
No, it's not panic time for Team USA. One, we're in America, baby. You know us Americans, as you call us, cocky Americans, you said the other day. I don't think you meant that. I'm American and I'm cocky. It's just coincidence that I'm a cocky American. I think that America needs to understand one thing, because I think it gets lost in this house of mirrors we're about to walk through. That, oh my God, we don't have the star power that we're used to having and accustomed to having. Here's the secret. None of the rest of the world does either. Even if they're at their peak powers, it's less than us at our peak powers. So when we get a reduced version of our Olympic team, trust me, it's comparable or still better than most countries, right? Right. Okay, so less is probably still more than other countries. This is something that I'm looking at. We may have a lower principal, but a higher return, because these players, less talented, more invested in this experience. Have you ever been there, Acho? Yeah, we both been there. Low man on the totem pole. Hey, I got to climb up. Boy, do you grab the tool belt out, and you make sure by all means necessary, you're going to show your best. That happens because, on the flip side, the ones who are more talented can work their way into it. The Kevin Durant's of the world, I get there when I get there, because you know I'm going to be there when it's necessary. So the curse of the gifted is to slow play it. Take your time. Let JaVale McGee get off that plane in Tokyo. Bounce, 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 and is going to act up in terms of investment because he's so appreciative of the opportunity. Magnify that by 12, 15 guys that are just coming together as a closed fist instead of the individual fingers that usually point out. So less talented sometimes mean more invested. Less is more in this equation.
Okay, your conversation is a little convoluted.
Why? Because you're confused?
Because it's contradictory.
How?
The argument in my mind for why Team USA should panic is because Team USA is probably less hungry than a lot of the other teams. And I base that logic based upon what you just said about JaVale McGee. The less talented usually are hungrier. So based on that, I'm like, that actually favors the less talented countries. You prefaced your take with, most countries are still less talented.
Okay, I got you. I know where you went. Okay, I know where you went.
If JaVale McGee is less talented and thus more hungry, then I co-sign. I think other countries are more hungry. It's a huge panic issue, though, Sel, because, again, I think it goes back to just, we're spoiled over here.
Who is?
We are.
Why you keep saying that?
Because I've seen several sides. And, like, even I went, you know this, I've said this before. I went to Nigeria with the medical mission team, and we go with people from a place called Oak Cliff in Dallas, Texas. Oak Cliff, different parts of Oak Cliff, relatively the hood. We get there, bro. We get to Nigeria, and a dude who grew up in the hood looks at us, and he says, this is like the projects on steroids. Like, Nigeria, we in the village. We're not like one of these bougie mission trips. Like, we in the cut of the village of Nigeria. Just grass, greenery, and like, oil lamps are what's keeping the street lights. Not even, there are no street lights. There's no street. We're driving on dirt. So, all that to say, because I've ventured, and I know you ventured, you're a well-traveled man. Because I've ventured, I'm just like, Sel, we don't even care, I feel like, about the Olympics. If we did, our stars would be playing. I love LeBron James. But LeBron, like, he'd be playing. Instead, he has a phenomenal movie coming out. Steph would probably be playing. James Harden, you not healthy enough to play? Russ, you not healthy enough to play? Like, our best players would be playing. Instead, we're rolling out JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee, he's not even the best player in the city. And he's supposed to be one of the best players in the country? Now, no knock on JaVale McGee. He's a 3-time NBA champion. Kudos to him. One more rings than I'll ever think about having in a sports game. But I'm concerned because hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I'm
not saying that the U.S. team isn't going to work hard, but hard work is in perspective. It appears to me that other teams are at least hungrier because the Olympics mean more to them, Sal. Think about it. If this meant something to us, our best players would play.
No.
How no?
Okay, I'm going to give it to you.
Please.
I know where you got, well, I shouldn't say you got lost, that we detoured from each other. It's a relative experience. I'm going to start off by saying this. There's this old video of Tupac talking about being outside of like a door where inside everyone's feasting on food, like, you know, big old turkey legs and stuff. And he said, you only knock at that door and ask for something to eat for so long before you kick the door down, right? Now, you only kick the door down because you know there's something in there. So in a relative experience, you're trying to compare America's talent loss to what another country's talent is. They're here. We're here. We don't have our stars. We're still here. So the ones who are still playing, hungrier, but as talented or more talented, will still benefit us. Like, name somebody on Serbia, the third best player. Good luck. Czechoslovakia, the best player.
Don't you think that's incredibly arrogant of you and the mentality to assume?
No, it's not arrogant. It's called gold medal, gold medal, gold medal. We had beaten Nigeria 2 times by 120 combined points. Why is that arrogant?
What we did in 2016 with LeBron James, with James Harden, with Kevin Durant, with probably Russell Westbrook, I don't remember the whole squad, that's different than what we're going to do now with JaVale McGee.
Oh, hold on. And Keldon Johnson. And see, that's the thing. But Keldon Johnson is still better than 99% of the players around the world.
I don't think 99% of
95. Well, the point is, our worst is still comparable to their best.
Because we just caught 2 L's.
Yes,
we just caught
exhibition.
2. Bomb. We just took 2 of them L's.
Look, I would catch an L too if I had beat a team by a national team record of 83 points, and then the next time, oh, they got better, beat them by 36. I'm mailing it in. It's an exhibition.
We're
trying to figure out our life. It's still Nigeria. Hey, that's the same team, muscle memory. Hey, Nigeria, they sorry. Look, it's like in high school when you played against that one high school.
Don't disrespect them.
I don't give a damn what y'all think about y'all selves. Last time we played y'all, we smoked y'all. Y'all gonna have to remind us that we ain't gonna smoke y'all again, or we gonna smoke y'all again.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, so here's my thing. When you talk about, I love your luxury point, like talking about being spoiled. We're spoiled in America. Here's the thing. I grew up spoiled. And it wasn't about surroundings. Like, people always mistake that. Like, because you have things, that means it's going to be synonymous with being spoiled. You don't have to have things to be spoiled. Spoiled is a mindset. Spoiled is a circumstances. Like, even with nothing, I was a mama's boy. Boy, you couldn't tell me how wealthy I wasn't growing up because I was spoiled. Still, I act spoiled. But the point is, I ain't have Jack. And I think right now, these Americans, JaVale McGee, Keldon Johnson's, relatively speaking, don't have Jack. To the rest of the world, they may seem spoiled.
Of course.
But to them, they are as hungry as you can get with a talent level that I think is comparable, if not still exceeding the rest of the world.
We're going to go places because unlike other shows, you and I care about the non-traditional American sports. Okay? Track and field, you have to fight and claw to get on the Olympic team. Fight, scratch, claw. It is a battle. There are no gimmies. In other countries, there's a spot that they can just give to somebody. Usain Bolt, he didn't have to run at the Jamaican trials if he didn't want to. They can just give him that spot. We don't play that in American track and field, not in USA track and field. You better go earn it. You could be the fastest person in the world, but if you're not the fastest that day, you ain't on the team. It's a hunger in track and field because the Olympics are the most important thing to our track and field athletes. But to our basketball players, it seems like the Olympics are a chore, not something to be cherished. It's like, I got to go play in the Olympics. LeBron looking at it like, oh, man, I already done that a couple times. Steph, like, yeah, I mean, for what? If you're making $200 million playing NBA basketball, it's just like, I don't feel like playing in the Olympics. Whereas other countries cherish the Olympics, for us, at least it appears to some to be a chore. Otherwise, we would have more superstars. So I'm working.